So, Sean and I have been on the road since last Wednesday. Traveling from California to North Carolina. And we've been taking our time and stopping at different sites and, trying different foods and things like that. And I think if you know anything about us, what we are, there are two things that we are. We are coffee snobs and barbecue snobs. And so we play it safe with the coffee and just stick to Starbucks. Although in Oakland, it was Peet's Coffee. It was all about Peet's. But since it doesn't extend outside the Bay Area or anywhere, we stick to Starbucks. And we stopped in a little place called Williams, Arizona, which is a great site for the Grand Canyon. That was our plan. And we ended up at a restaurant called Cruisers. Right there on the strip. Nice little spot. We were just killing time. And so the barbecue snob in me. Tops what?
Barbecue.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it?
I don't remember. I don't think that was
I thought
it.
you just said.
No, yeah, but that wasn't it. The smoke started activating my nose. That's the one thing about barbecue. If you can't smell it, don't eat it. If it doesn't have a smell, it's probably not good. So anyway, we ended up at Cruisers. We got some barbecue, and it was good.
It was alright.
It was alright.
It was alright.
Why was it just alright?
It wasn't good.
It was good.
I would. If I wanted barbecue and I lived in Williams, I would continue to go to Cruisers. It wasn't the best barbecue, but it wasn't bad.
So far, and we'll get to that part.
It was the best that we've had.
It's the best that we've had so far. So anyway, we leave Williams, Arizona, and we flew through Texas. We didn't even get barbecue in Texas, wasn't thinking. We ended up eating a salad and a sandwich, but why didn't we think of Texas barbecue? I don't know. So that takes us to Memphis, Tennessee, home of the barbecue. That's all you hear is Memphis great barbecue. And so the barbecue snob in us, it's like, hey, this is the spot, let's go. So you start asking the locals, where should we go? We stayed downtown Memphis, right a couple of blocks from Beale Street, and the lady at the front desk, who looked like us, we felt we could trust, and she sent us to, what was the name of it? Central?
That was the only place that was open. That wasn't her recommendation. She said they were open. The place that I wanted to go, Rendezvous, was closed.
Okay, so what was the place?
So what was it? Central Barbecue?
Or was it Blue City something?
That was another one she told us about, but we didn't go there. We went.
It's right outside the Lorraine Hotel, right behind it.
It was called Central Barbecue.
Central Barbecue. And you ordered your barbecue, and they brought it outside because they're still practicing social distancing. Yay! And I think it was like $41 or something that we spent. Took it back to the room, cracked it open. Hated it. It was alright. The meat was good. The sauce was good. I like the sauce.
The sauce was good.
And when I say the meat, I think we had ribs and
chopped up chicken.
Chopped up chicken. We couldn't understand that. Like, why was the chicken chopped up? But it was chopped up chicken, chopped up pork, because they were out of brisket. And I try to get ribs and brisket everywhere I go, because that's kind of like a telltale, especially if they don't make their own sausages. I'm a snob. So the sides, the macaroni and cheese was almost good. It was this close to being good. Potato salad was great. But after we ate it, we weren't satisfied. So today on our way out, we got to try this. We got to give Memphis barbecue another try. We understand that, a lot of places are closed or, you don't have access to. But the good thing is the restaurants are open. So we ended up at Famous Neely's that you see on
First Interstate.
Okay, it's called First Interstate, but it's the Neely's that you see on
Interstate Barbecue.
Interstate Barbecue. Yeah, that you see on Food Network, and the Neely's on the husband and wife team. They would get on my nerves, but we ended up there, and we sat in the drive-thru, which was not working because it was taking too long. So we decided to go in. My first impression was we should have stayed in the car because it didn't smell clean. It didn't smell rotten. It didn't smell spoiled. It just didn't smell clean. You know how you go into your great-grandma's house and it smells like it's been shut up? Oh, Oakland. It smells like it's been shut up. Or it's something in her refrigerator she didn't throw away or something. That smell, that's what I smelled. And and it kind of... Okay, anyway. So we ordered our ribs and our brisket. Didn't take long. Came to the car. And we noticed that it was the wrong order, so Sean had to take something back. And what are your reviews of Interstate?
The worst barbecue I ever had in my life. And if I could go back and get my money, I would. But I'm too pissed off. That's my review.
Okay. What didn't you like about it?
Nothing.
What did you like about it?
Nothing.
You didn't like anything?
Nothing good.
So, okay. He's
good.
Obviously a man of few words.
Nothing was good. The meat was terrible, spoiled, tough. The potato salad came out of a container from the grocery store, and the beans taste like they opened up a can and put some brown sugar in it and stirred it up.
Okay, so I'm going to defend the beans. The beans were the best thing on the plate.
And when you say the best thing on a plate of barbecue is beans,
I'm just being honest.
That's
terrible. The beans were, and I try to order the same thing so I could be fair in my critique, right? Always beans and potato salad because that's what we do at ours, right? And so I'm trying to compare. Is Everton Jones good just because it's my family and I'm a little biased? I want to be fair, so I open up my palate to other people's barbecue and their sides, and I want to be fair. And so with Interstate, the Neely's, the beans were the best thing on there. We ordered pork ribs and a plate of brisket, and the brisket is what they messed up. So I had been working on the ribs when Sean came back, and the brisket was tough and the meat was old, and I kept telling him to stop eating it, but he kept eating it. So he'll be sick here in a minute. But the meat was old. The sauce was not good at all. And so I should have taken a picture before I started, but I think I was just being great. And so this is what's left. So look, the beans were the best. The meat was actually good. This meat, the ribs. Potato salad is store-bought. The ribs were smoked to perfection. They really were. They were tender. You can taste the smoke, but that's another thing. When we walked in the restaurant, we didn't smell smoke. Again, if you don't smell smoke, don't eat it. But you didn't smell smoke. These were smoked really well, but the sauce. So what good does it do to take the time to cook the perfect meat and then you ruin it with imperfect sauce? Or just the opposite, what good is it to, spend all your time on making the perfect sauce and then you don't put the time in preparing your meat properly, right? Things to think about, because I know summertime is coming and a lot of people are going to start cracking open the grill and trying at their own barbecue. So those are the tips. We got to smell it, concentrate on the meat, don't overpower it with seasoning, make sure it's tender, make sure it's fresh. Please make sure it's fresh. And your sauce has to be superb. I should be able to eat your meat without sauce and it still be good. And your sauce should be a compliment, not the be all, end all, be all. So Memphis is losing. I had high hopes.
I wouldn't say Memphis is losing.
For what we've tasted.
The two places we went, if they are the best in Memphis, then Memphis, I feel bad for you. But there's like hundreds of spots, and we tried the places that were most well known. We should have went to the little spot in the hood where they had people lined up for, gosh.
See, and that's another thing, right? So you want to ask the locals. You won't cousin them. You want to go where they eat. You don't necessarily want to go where the visitor center send you or your hotel receptionist send you. You want Uncle Nene's, where his spot at, the kind that you better go before the sun go down, right? And because they probably have the best food. But again, follow your nose. Follow your nose. It always knows. So that's it on our critique of barbecue and coffee. Two things we know: coffee and barbecue.